Hello all. So let's go get an environmental update on what's happening with the global weather changes going on around the world, and they are really changing quickly. Let's start out with what happened in July. So July is the warmest month the planet has ever seen since 1880. The temperatures were 1.46 degrees Fahrenheit higher than they've been in this month since 1880. That's 0.81 Celsius. Some of the consequences of this is obvious. Of course, when water is warmer, it evaporates faster, drying out the ground, making worse droughts all over the world. California, Europe, parts of Africa, almost every continent now has some major drought going. Also, there's a problem with rain. Rain is coming in absolute buckets and sheets. We're having floods almost on a daily basis somewhere around the world. Also, another problem is lightning strikes. Lightning is getting much more vicious and killing many, many more people than it used to. So my advice is, if you're outside and there's a thunderstorm, lightning storm coming, get as far away from it as you possibly can, or as far underground as possible, or at least buried deep within a house. And good luck to you. Let's take a look at the heat temperature map for July, where the hot spots and the cool spots around the planet were. So it looks like the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans are the hot spots, but there's a change. Let me show you over in the Atlantic what's happening. Okay, here is the Atlantic Ocean, Africa, US, Europe. Atlantic Ocean. So there's a current, a warm water current that used to flow like this, and it would come along like this, and then it would sink underneath the ocean and come back down around like this, and then it would warm up, pick up the warm water here, come back up and warm up. And that kept Europe from turning into an ice age. But this part of the Atlantic current has changed. It looks more like this. This was one of the warnings we've gotten for some time, that if the current was to change, that the cold water coming out of the Arctic would just start pooling up in this area and cause super cold temperatures to be in Europe and terrible winters. So that has now happened. Let's go find out and get an update on what's happening with El Niño and what's happening with the Pacific Ocean. That's even more amazing. The Pacific Ocean used to be a very cold ocean, kept the temperatures around the world somewhat climate controlled. But now that all this super warm water is now up in the Pacific Ocean, the west coast of the US and Canada and parts of Mexico are now just boiling. We're hot all the time. We don't seem to be cool. Yesterday we reached 103 down in the South Bay. It's boiling. I was down there. And so dry. The air smelled so dry and crispy, as if you were roasting. Alright, so here we are in the Pacific Ocean at the equator. And what's happening, as you know from my last videos, that Kelvin waves turn into El Niño. So what are Kelvin waves? Kelvin waves are large amounts of hot water that go deeper and deeper into the ocean, and then after they get to a certain point, they start to head west all the way till they hit Peru of South America, and then it boils up to the surface and becomes El Niño. like this. And this just keeps going to the west, and so there's this constant circulation. This one is a big one. This is the Kelvin wave we've been waiting for to see if we were going to have a super El Nino. It does look like that this Kelvin wave, if it holds together, will make the biggest El Nino we've had in recorded history. And what happens with a super El Nino? Could be nothing. Nothing may change at all. But my guess is that the southern part of the U.S. will become a flooded out zone. Parts of California and Oregon, maybe even Washington, will get heavier than normal rainfall, and of course temperatures around the world are going to climb quite a bit. So we have that to look forward to, and there's still enough time for another Kelvin wave after this one. So we may be seeing a super El Nino. No guarantee, but possibly. So I see YouTube has been changing the way things are going again. And for some reason I wasn't able to see any of the comments in the last two videos, which I've now read and seen, and I appreciate all the comments you guys do and all the new subscribers and anything else you can do for the video. I have some items down in the description area that have links to them, and you can purchase these items and help support a new computer and a new video camera. So if you feel like donating to the channel, go for it. At least you get something for your donation. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Things are expensive because every single person who deals with this has to take a little bit of the money. But I surely appreciate if you guys would purchase anything. We're getting to the point of needing more money for a new computer and the new video. Until next time.